Here is Forbes. Fades back. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Forbes has got 8 points.
I've got 2 more games for you on me and Junior's MyLeague, the 6 expansion teams. 2 more games, as I said, and we're going to start off with the Chicago Mastodons' first game. It's a road affair in Utah, taking on the Jazz, and they get the tip-off. And you see the franchise player, Teddy Forbes. Not a perfect player, but what he does have is mid-range game, and he turns around and hits the first bucket in Mastodon's history. It's 2-0 at that point, and Forbes isn't done. Mid-range puts it in, but the Mastodons are down by 6. Takes the pass from John Henson. Just the easy jump shot. Everything don't have to be hard. 21-13, the Jazz lose the ball. Fast break, the pass from Augustine down with a slam for Luke. Mbahamute puts it in. Mastodons down by 6. Down by 5, Joe Johnson off the bench getting the friendly roll with the 3. Joe Johnson again. Oh, that's not good defense. Puts another 3 in, and the Mastodons have a 1-point lead going into the second quarter. Game still close in the second quarter. The Jazz showing some nice ball movement. Derek Favors trying to set people up. Look at Gobert cutting to the basket. He's long. He is tough to stop down there that close to the basket. They're leading by 4. Here they are on the fast break again, up by 5. Pulling it out. Rodney Hood got a double team for some reason. Finds Dante Exum for the 3. Mastodons down 8. Mastodons down 7. Favors again. Hits a jump shot. Favors would be a problem in this game. Down by 6. Look at this here. Favors lays it up, but he goes down. What is it with me and Junior playing teams and their stars getting hurt? Favors would stay in the game, but he was definitely a little bit hobbled. But look at Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Close the door. Ha! He got to love TKO. Hits the fadeaway jump shot. It's a 4-point game. But here we are at the end of the first quarter, down by 7. Teddy Forbes again, the money man. Close the door. It's a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter. But the fourth quarter was a troublesome period for the Mastodons. A bad pass there leads to a fast break. Gordon Hayward finds Rodney Hood, baseline 3, puts it in. 12-point deficit at this point. All of a sudden, it's ballooned up to 19. And Rodney Hood again under the basket, and it just got downright ugly. The fourth quarter was a mess. The Mastodons lost complete control. They could not score. Could not score. They scored a total of 6 points in the fourth quarter. Turnovers left and right. I cannot tell you what I was doing. I don't know what happened. 22 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists for Derek Favors. He was hobbled for much of the second half, but it did not matter because he was still able to do his thing. We'll look for a little bit of information on his injury. I'll get back to you and let you know the valid or the vital situations with his injury. Right now, we're not that interested, to be totally honest, because we lost on the road, and we lost by a lot in the fourth quarter. It just got downright ugly. Hayward with 22, Favors with 22 and 15. George Hill had 16 points, 10 assists. Look at Gobert with 16, 10, 5 for 4. Rodney Hood was big, 14 and 7. Alec Burks, 11 off the bench. Yeah, they put it together. They definitely put it together. And taking a look here at the Mastodons, Forbes led everybody with 30. He had 9 rebounds as well. 13 points from Joe Johnson, 13 for John Henson, 8 points, 10 assists for Augustine. Right now, what was clear, look at those shooting percentages, especially Augustine's from 3. Forbes was shooting 3s, and honestly, I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I read the ratings wrong, and I thought that he was able to do that. Those were some bad shots. But it's clear Teddy Forbes needs some help scoring in that starting lineup. We may have to move Joe Johnson to the starting lineup because right about now, it just does not seem to have enough scorers with him. It just turned out just by default, we were just going to Forbes. You know, it was crazy. Take a look here at these statistics. The total game is not really, obviously, yeah, it turns out to be the bottom line. You had 21 turnovers. You give the team 23 points off of turnovers. They had a 31-point lead, which was the final deficit. That's the biggest lead. It was just bad. Look at the points in the paint. That's brutal. Hard to win like that. But if you really want to break this down, look at the quarters, right? We're right there for the first and second. Third quarter, we do well. But wait until you see this fourth quarter. The fourth quarter was dreadful. Look at this. 4 for 14 from the field. 1 of 8 from three-point range. 2 of 6 from from free throw. I mean, it was just bad. I mean, you can't win like that, right? You can't win like that. Let's see if Junior can do any better. Junior is playing only the second half in this game against the Rockets. He has the Seattle Prophets. We saw the Prophets won their first game behind Reggie McCoy, Maurice Spates. They had a really gutsy performance as they beat the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard for most of the game on the road, though. So this action is first half action, and this is straight sim action. Junior does not have the controller yet. See, so he cannot take credit for CJ Miles' jump shot right there. Game was tight going into the third quarter. Game was tight. 47-41 as Junior picks up the sticks after the simulation took care of most of the second quarter. And we lost about 19 seconds of this the first 19 seconds of the third quarter. So Junior's right in this game, though. So he's only down 6. For whatever reason, his team just fell completely apart in the second quarter. Outscored 34-18. But he did come back with the 6-0 run to start the second half. So that definitely gives Junior a nice boost going into his actual gameplay. All right, so this is all Junior right here. Inbounding the ball here, Shelvin Mack is moving to his right, looking to try to set something up. He finds the real deal Reggie McCoy, who gives it to Gerald Green. Gerald Green's looking, trying to find, nice movement off the ball by the real deal Reggie McCoy. Slams it home, 47-43, down by 4 points. Emmanuel Mudiay looking, finds Wilson Chandler. Chandler's looking, trying to get something open. He goes down low, and the foul and one. Maurice Spates cannot stop Jokic. Now, Maurice Spates got into some serious foul trouble in this game. And if you remember, last game, Maurice Spates was a problem against the Spurs. Had, I think, was 29-30 points. He actually ended up fouling Pau Gasol out, who was having a hard time matching up with him. So the Prophets need Spates' scoring if they're going to be at their best. We saw that last game. But somebody's got to stop Reggie McCoy from getting that type of position down low. He just lobs it straight down there, and he throws down the reverse slam and makes it a 5-point game again. Gary Harris, oh my God, this is a bad pass. That's a horrible pass. Throws it right to Reggie McCoy. Clearly, the Prophets have an opportunity to come back and win this game, or at least get right back into it where they're tied or somewhere close. Oh my, Reggie McCoy should have passed that ball, but he goes ahead and forces it up through 2 guys, gets bailed out with the foul, and what do you know? He knocks down both free throws, and it's a 3-point game. We're going to fast forward a little bit later into the quarter. Emmanuel Mudiay going with the Euro step, lays it in, and gives the Nuggets a nice lead. But back the other way, the Prophets laying the end with Gerald Green, cuts it to 3. 74-68 in the fourth quarter. Oh, that's a big foul. Maurice Spates gets and one, and he fouls out of the game. And check that out, 0 points for Maurice Spates after having such a huge game in his first game. Nuggets up by 10. Oh, moving without the ball. The nice pass from Kenneth Faried to Gary Harris is a 12-point game, and they're in trouble. The Prophets have a chance, though. They've cut it to 3, scrambling without the ball. James Johnson's open from 3. He pulls it for the tie. No good. That was huge. Here comes Mudiay the other way. He's looking. He finds Gary Harris. Quick trigger, but it's good. That was the dagger. Second half, Junior could not come up with the win, could not come back, had a deficit, a little bit of a deficit he had to deal with. But if we're going to look at the stats, you're going to see Junior's second half performance was decent, But it wasn't all that different than the first half performance that the Profits had against the Nuggets. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. They came off the big win and maybe they had a letdown against a lesser team. I don't know. But Kenneth Faried did get the player of the game. 9 points, 17 rebounds, 2 assists. One of the biggest things you got to look at here with the Profits and the difference in their performance from this game and the first game is Maurice Spates, 0 points. I mean, I can't stress that enough. And look at the balance scoring from the Nuggets. 6 players in double figures there, led by Gary Harris. Then you had Manuel Mujier, you have Will Barton, Wilson Chandler, Nikola Jokic. Got Gallinari also in double figures. And, I mean, Faried had 9. So they had tremendous balance across their lineup. And it's going to be tough to beat anybody when everybody scores like that. McCoy with another strong game, a double-double here, 26 points, 12 rebounds. Gerald Green had 22. Miles had 16. But like I said, nowhere to be found is Maurice Spates, who was so much of a factor against the Spurs. The Profits need to establish that low post threat to help give their offense some balance, and they were not able to do that. Like I said, take a look at these statistics. You can look at the total game and you get somewhat of the understanding of what happened. But if you really want to know how good Junior did in comparison to how good his team played when it was being simmed without him, you'll see, especially like from 3-point range, it wasn't very much difference. And you're going to see in a second, the Profits were, I believe, 4 of 14 from 3-point range in the first half. And then in the second half, they were 5 for 15 from 3-point range. So not much difference. Junior still did a real good job. The Profits are 1-1, which, should not be frowned upon, especially since both games are on the road. I appreciate you watching. God bless. Peace.